Welcome back to Winning Post. Here in Doha, you can see the country changing before your eyes. This is the third year in a row that I've visited, and every time there seems to be something new to look at. But Qatar isn't just changing at home, it's also trying to alter the way it's perceived abroad. For the past few years, it's become heavily involved in the traditional racing heartland in Europe. But why is it so keen to make its mark?
I wouldn't be surprised if Qatar's desire to be associated with sporting events means that the emotional goodwill people feel towards sporting events actually transports itself onto the way that people would feel about Qatar.
In the UK, Glorious Goodwood will be renamed the Qatar Goodwood Festival from 2015 onwards, after a deal with the Qatar Equestrian Federation. At the press conference we attended in Doha, its managing director was an interested onlooker.
The speed in which the Qataris have been able to build a very impressive string of horses and an equally impressive now string of events in Europe is really impressive.
This deal comes after Qipco, a Qatar-based company, became an official partner of, among other things, British Champions Day.
We have one day worth 4.1 million, and we couldn't do that without the partnership we have with Qipco and their tremendous investment. But again, I think our needs are aligned. It's not just a financial transaction. They want to be associated with the best. They want to be associated with the highest quality racing, with a premium race day, with all the prestige that relates to a course like Ascot, and that commercial partnership helps us to deliver that and deliver their aims, and of course deliver British racing aims.
Some critics claim that Qatar's using its wealth to buy into a sporting culture other countries have taken generations to cultivate. It's something that people over here strongly deny. Qatar's sponsorship of the major events on the other side of the world, what does Qatar get out of that?
I think it's promotion. Qatar, it's in the map of horse or the equestrian world, because you can see the most prestigious races, you see Qatar involved. It helps us to be everywhere with horses. We know each other. We get to be in the international federation, more close with the people, to do more, to be involved with the rules and regulation and how to promote Qatar inside, to get more horses to come in Qatar racing. And they know what the standard of racing and the qualification of people here in Qatar, how they do racing here. And I think this is part of it.
Since 2008, the Qatar Racing and Equestrian Club has been sponsoring what's arguably the world's most prestigious race, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. This deal is due to run until 2022.
They really do live and breathe it, and I think that level of participation is great for racing, because as I say, it's not just a load of faceless, wealthy guys writing a cheque and saying, go ahead and do what you like with it. They really want to leave their imprint on these events.
Exact figures for the sponsorships are hard to gather, but the deals are all worth millions of dollars, which experts say could turn out to be money well spent. If you don't believe how quickly the public gets used to new names, just ask some Arsenal fans in London.
We talk about the Emirates Stadium all the time, almost to the exclusion of knowing who plays football there, and it probably will ultimately become the Qatar event as opposed to the full name of the event. But yeah, I think that it's simply a way of getting people familiar with the brand name. I know it sounds a bit odd to think of a country as a brand, but the whole concept of destination marketing and countries as brands is on the rise, and it's a big important thing.
If you want to see some of the images we captured on this trip, have a look at the World Sport Instagram page. Click onto our website or follow us on Twitter. A trip to the races involves a change of clothes for me, but for the hosts of an event like this, a bit more work is involved. If Qatar wants to one day put on an event of a global scale, they might want to look to Dubai for a bit of inspiration.
If you take what Sheikh Mohammed has done in Dubai as a parallel, obviously rather like the Qataris, he fell in love with British racing in the first place and invested heavily in that, and then spread it worldwide into France, rest of Europe and America, Australia, etc. But he also went about establishing Dubai as a racing base, and if you look at the magnificent racecourse that is Meydan, you'll see that that's happened. And Dubai World Cup and the Winter Carnival are testament to the investment and the time and effort he's put into doing that.
And Dubai, which is less than an hour's flight from here, is our next destination on Winning Post as we report from the world's richest horse race, the Dubai World Cup. See you there.